Hello there, my wonderful friends. Let me ask you something. Do you ever find yourself walking into a room and thinking, now, what did I come in here for? Or perhaps you meet someone new, hear their name, and just a moment later, poof, it's gone? Maybe you put your glasses down or your keys and then spend ages searching for them. If any of this sounds familiar, please know you are absolutely not alone. So many of us experience these little memory blips. But what if I told you there's a remarkably simple, almost playful way to help your brain hold on to things a bit better? Today, we're going to uncover the easiest way to remember things, a simple brain trick almost anyone can use. First things first, let's take a deep breath. It's perfectly normal for our memory to change a bit as we gather more candles on our birthday cake. Our brains have stored a lifetime of experiences, a whole library of information. So, if things sometimes feel a little slower to recall, or if new information doesn't stick quite as easily as it used to, please don't be too hard on yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean anything serious is wrong. Often, it's just that we haven't been taught the best ways to help our brain do the remembering, especially in a way that works for us now. And that's exactly what we're here to do together. Learn simple, effective ways to make life a little easier and more enjoyable. If you appreciate practical tips like these, designed with care and understanding, why not click that subscribe button below? It's a simple way to ensure you don't miss out on our future videos, all aimed at helping you thrive. We'd love to have you as part of our supportive community. Now, why is it so nice to have a few tricks up our sleeve to help our memory? Well, it's about more than just finding your keys. It's about feeling confident, staying engaged with the world, enjoying conversations without worrying you'll forget a name, and holding on to those precious new memories we're still making every day. It's about independence and keeping our minds active and nimble. A little boost to our memory can bring a lot of joy and ease to our daily lives. So, what is this easiest way, this simple brain trick? It's all about making connections and creating vivid pictures in your mind. Our brains are absolutely brilliant at remembering images, especially if they're a bit unusual, funny, or even a little silly. It's much harder for the brain to remember plain, boring facts or words on our own. Think of it like this: your brain loves a good story or a striking picture. So, the trick is to turn whatever you want to remember into one of those. We're going to use association. That just means linking the new thing you want to remember with something you already know, or with a real strong, memorable image. The key is to make the image vivid, active, and maybe even a little exaggerated or emotional. The more senses you can involve in your mental picture, what does it look like, sound like, smell like, feel like? The better. Learning these little tricks can be a real game changer, can't they? And if you know someone, a friend, a family member, who sometimes mentions their own memory frustrations, think about sharing this video with them. A simple click of the share button could provide them with a genuinely helpful tool. And by subscribing, you're making sure you get more of these positive, practical insights delivered right to you. Helping each other is what it's all about. All right, theory is one thing, but let's see how this works in real life with some simple examples. One, remember a new name. Let's say you meet someone named Mr. Baker. What does baker make you think of? Probably someone baking bread, right? Now, imagine Mr. Baker wearing a giant, fluffy baker's hat, maybe with a little flour dusting his nose. Or picture him energetically kneading a huge loaf of dough. When you next see Mr. Baker, that silly image of him in his baker's hat might just pop into your head, and with it, his name. The sillier or more vivid, the better it sticks. Two, remembering a shopping list item. Suppose you need to remember to buy milk. Instead of just thinking milk, create a wild image. Imagine your front door swinging open and a giant cartoon cow, tap dancing and juggling cartons of milk, walks into your kitchen. Or picture a huge bottle of milk exploding like a volcano on your kitchen counter, splashing everywhere. It sounds daft, I know, but that very silliness is what makes it memorable. When you get to the store, that crazy image will help you recall milk. 3. Remember where you put your keys. This is a classic. Let's say you put your keys on the kitchen table. As you put them down, take an extra second. Imagine your keys are suddenly doing a little dance on the table. Maybe they're singing a tiny song, or they've grown huge and are shining like gold. Later, when you wonder, where are my keys? That little mental movie of the dancing, singing, or giant keys on the kitchen table will come back to you. 4. Remembering the task. You need to remember to call your friend Sarah later. Picture Sarah, but then add something unusual. Imagine Sarah with a giant, old-fashioned telephone receiver stuck to her ear. Maybe it's ringing really loudly, or it's brightly colored like a rainbow. When you next have a quiet moment, that striking image of Sarah and the telephone might just remind you to make that call. The trick is to consciously create these little mental pictures at the moment you want to remember something. Feeling a bit more empowered already? I hope so. We have a whole collection of videos just like this one, covering topics from gentle ways to stay active to tips for a more joyful mindset, all designed to be super easy and helpful. By subscribing now, you'll get access to all of them and be the first to see new ones. So take a moment to subscribe, and perhaps after this video, browse through our channel for more good things. We're building a wonderful space here, and you're a welcome part of it. Why is this so effective? Because our brains are wired for visual information and stories. We've been using images to understand and remember things for thousands of years, long before we had written language. Plain facts can be slippery, but a vivid, emotional, or funny image creates a stronger hook in our memory. It engages more parts of your brain than just trying to repeat a word over and over. Like any new skill, this gets easier with a little practice. Start small. Don't try to remember a list of 20 things this way on your first go. Try with 1 or 2 things a day, a name, an item, a task. Be playful. Don't be afraid to be silly with your mental images. The more fun you have with it, the more likely it is to work. There's no right or wrong image, as long as it's memorable for you. Exaggerate. Make things bigger, brighter, louder, funnier, or more unusual in your mind than they are in real life. Use your senses. Try to imagine what it looks like, sounds like, even smells or feels like. Practice consciously. For the first little while, you'll need to consciously make the effort to create these images. But soon, it can become a more natural habit. Be patient with yourself. Some days it will work brilliantly. Other days it might be a bit trickier. That's okay. Just keep gently practicing. Using the simple trick isn't just about remembering where you put your glasses. It's about exercising your brain in a new and creative way. It can boost your confidence. It can make learning new things feel less daunting. It can even make everyday interactions more engaging as you actively listen and try to form these mental pictures. It's a wonderful way to keep your mind active, flexible, and sharp. So, to recap, the easiest way to remember things is often by using the power of association and vivid, active mental imagery. Turn that boring piece of information into a mini movie in your mind. Make it funny, silly, exaggerated, and memorable. Please give it a try. You might be truly surprised at how effective this simple brain trick can be. It's not about having a perfect memory. It's about giving our amazing brains a little helping hand in a way they understand best. I truly hope this little tip brings some ease and perhaps even a bit of fun into your day. Remember, your mind is a wonderful thing, and there are always new ways to keep it sparkling. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Take good care. Keep those amazing brains active, and I wish you a day filled with happy memories, both old and new. Until next time.